Well, kia ora, everyone, and welcome to week 11 of Zanekin Studios Weekly 7. I am the co-founder for Zanekin Studios and the host for the show, Helen Brahms, coming to you live from Raumati Beach in New Zealand. To my left or right, whichever side she's sitting on, is our co-founder, Terza Ekholm, who is coming to us live from Colorado Springs in Colorado. Welcome, Terza. You ready for another week?
Yes, I am, Helen, and thank you very much. This is going to be fun.
Oh, it is indeed, because today we've changed topics on you guys. We've dealt with all the other stuff, the short form videos. We're done with that. We're now talking about repurposing, which is highly, highly, highly important so that it saves you a lot of time and helps make you money. So if you've ever felt like you're stuck in the content treadmill that never stops, you're not alone. You create something great, a video, a blog, a podcast, and you post it once and then it disappears into the great void. And if you do it as a Facebook Live, it disappears after 30 days out of your profile, because Facebook deletes lives after 30 days, if you did not notice that. But then what happens? You're back at square one, trying to come up with something new again. That's exhausting. Trust me, I know. I have been there. I have done that. Tears has been there and done that too. This week, we're shifting completely, and we're talking about AI-powered content repurposing systems. Not working harder, not creating more from scratch, but getting more value out of what you've already created. That is how you reclaim your time and stop the burnout. So are you ready? Terza,
I'm ready.
So Terza, question one. How many posts can one piece of content actually create?
Oh, hundreds, of course. Okay. So seriously, one pillar piece, one piece that you've created that you really love can generate 20 plus content assets. And the content can be broken into videos, posts, emails, graphics. Oh my gosh, I love the infographics. Different formats, though, do reach different audience preferences. So because I really like visuals, of course I like the infographics. And then the little side videos that you can create out of them. But here's the thing: repurposing increases visibility without extra creation time.
Woo-hoo!
So if you ever heard people say, "Oh, you've got to post everywhere, you've got to post everywhere," and you went, "That's what I do." Like I went, "Oh my God, how am I supposed to do that?" You can. So here, this is important because most creators underuse their content, and they create once, post once, and move on. Well, that limits their reach and wastes effort. And because the algorithms are so stingy, I swear they're stingy. You can post something on Facebook and some half your audience or more may never ever actually see it. So, and I think that's true probably of all of them, unless you're one of these people whose post goes viral, which is really pretty rare, and accidental, I think. You just want to put things out everywhere anyway, just in case. So, let's say you record one 20-minute podcast episode. From that single episode, you could create 3 short video clips, 5 quote graphics, 2 LinkedIn posts, 1 email newsletter, 1 blog recap, and 3 short text posts for Facebook or X. Or some of the other ones that a lot of people, there's quite a few of them out there now, So, Helen, so suddenly one recording isn't just one piece of content. It becomes a full week of visibility, just like we do here.
So what's the practical takeaway for this one?
Start with one pillar of content and use AI to break it into multiple formats, such as short videos, posts, quotes, and newsletters.
Yes.
All right. So, Helen,
yes,
can AI really, really repurpose video into high quality text?
Absolutely. AI transcription tools convert video into text quickly. One of our favorite ones to use is Cast Magic. It will take the video and put the transcript, and you can actually label the speakers as well, which is really cool. AI removes filler words like the ums and the ers and the and the mms, and improves clarity. So it takes those things out. It will also, if you're sitting there looking down, reading your notes like this, some of the AI products can actually open your eyes on the video directly into the camera, which is, I swear, I saw this demonstrated. It freaked me out when
Oh
I
my
saw this.
word.
Went from somebody whose eyes were down here to being completely open and looking directly into the camera. It was
Wow.
the freakiest thing, and it was just a click of a button on an AI program. I'd have to go back through my notes to figure out which program it was, but they're out there. Conversations can become structured content. So you can take those interviews that you've done, you can take those conversations that you've had with people. Like if you have somebody on a podcast and you're talking backwards and forwards, you can take that transcript and use structured content. Like if one person asks a question, then that video will be the question asked and then the answer. That's that video. And that could have been out of a 40-minute interview. So question and answer there together. You can do that. Spoken content becomes blogs or articles. Very early on, before AI hit the screens and whatever, this is way in the Wayback Machine. I used to take a video of my podcast and I would send it off to somebody who would then transcribe it. And they would charge me $1 a minute to do it. And
Oh, wow. I remember that.
You know,
Yeah.
and then they would send it back to me and it would all be done. And what even amazed me with this woman that I was using at the time, she got all the Maori place names spelt correctly.
Wow.
I know, totally floored me, but that's how good she was. And then I would take that transcript and make that the blog. And at the top, I would have the link to the video or the YouTube article, the YouTube video. That so if they wanted to hear it, because it was only audio at the time, if they wanted to hear it, they could go and listen to it while they read it, or just listen to it, or just read it, depending on their thing. But I have found that if you've got, like I belong to Audible, and I get a lot of books through Audible, but in a lot of the nonfiction ones, I will also get the physical copy, and I will listen to it while I read it, which means I can also listen to it at a faster rate because I read faster than what it talks on the Audible, and I can take notes and highlights and flag my books and everything else. So I get more and I retain more that way than just reading or listening. So that's another. So spoken content can become blogs or articles. You can also make memes out of them. You can go to, like we use Marbleism a lot, and I give them the 7 questions for the week and tell Penny to write us the blog. Penny writes the blog. We then take that blog, we throw it over to Sunny, who does our social media things, and we say we need 4 posts. We need 1 post per platform for 7 days. So it's 28 posts he has to create. Then I go in and check them all, and then I say, okay, go and schedule them, and he will go and schedule them for us and automatically post them for us. That just saved us oodles and oodles and oodles of time. And yes, that is an official measurement of time, oodles. So this is important because speaking is often faster than writing. AI allows you to turn spoken content into polished written content without starting from scratch.
Thank God.
Awesome. Yes. And our practical takeaway is record your ideas, transcribe them with AI, then use AI again to convert them into structured blog posts or articles. And I will tell you this, on my phone, I have ChatGPT on my phone where I can do it with a microphone, and I would just flip that on and just talk, because it's a lot faster talking than doing the old thumb thingy on the phone thingamabob.
So if you want to see examples of what Helen is talking about, the blog posts will all be on our website, but the social media posts, you can see them on Zanekin Studios Instagram page and Zanekin Studios Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I remember, I go put, because you have to go grab them and put them on my personal feed. But what they've created for us is amazing, because one of the things that we did ahead of time, both Helen and I, was we gave them all instructions on how we like to sound.
Yes.
So,
Which
and
is super
our illustration differences.
Yes.
We managed to honor both of them. So,
they actually turn out really, really good posts. And I've just had this horrible feeling I forgot to tell Sunny to post this week's social media post. So I'm going to have to go back afterwards and check on that. I'm making myself.
But here's the deal. It'll take you 5 minutes to do that. It'll take him 5 minutes to write them all. And
the posts are already written. I just haven't proofed them.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm thinking I haven't done. Proof and schedule is what I think I haven't done yet. So I'm going to go check afterwards, because sometimes I get so wrapped up in what's going on, I forget if I've done something or not. So anyway, so you ready for question 3?
I am.
Can AI repurpose blogs into social posts?
Oh gosh, absolutely. So what's really funny though, Helen, is because you could tell Penny to give your blogs over to Sunny and tell Sunny to do it, to repurpose them.
Huh. You
You
mean to say
could
it
do
would
it
take
that
all
way.
that time to copy the blog, post it
Oh,
into Sunny, say create the
you can
huh.
just tell Penny, tell Sunny to do this.
Huh. So I've just yeah, okay.
That's the thing. AI is becoming more, well, refined, I suppose, because
Interactive with
we're
each other.
turning it into a team. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So, but even if you didn't do that, you could use ChatGPT or Claude or even Gemini to repurpose blogs into social posts. But I have to admit, our AI employees are pretty special. So here's the deal. Um, AI can identify key insights and hooks from the blogs. Um, Often I times I forget that I put them in there. So when I have ChatGPT do it or even Sunny do it, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about that's important." Content can be well, I'm just saying, I also get busy.
Mhm.
Content can be reshaped into platform-specific formats. So when we tell Sunny when Helen is telling Sunny to do this, he already knows how to write it for LinkedIn, how to write it for Instagram, how to write it for Facebook, and yes, even for X, because those are all slightly different audiences.
Mhm.
And then so why this is important? Simply sharing a blog link isn't enough anymore. Not enough people, um, I think, read the long form ones, but I've often been surprised, so maybe I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't, I have to admit, though, I also enjoy using Notebook LM to create infographics.
Notebook LM
Um,
is awesome.
yeah. So
Yes. One of our
but
favorite tools.
yes, oh my gosh. Each platform requires its own style to capture attention. So, suppose you write a blog called 5 Signs Your Content Workflow is Too Complicated. AI can turn that into a LinkedIn post with a strong professional hook, a Facebook post with a conversational tone, a carousel with one sign per slide, and a short quote post such as complexity is often the hidden reason content never gets published. Which is true, although I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't say it that way. Same idea, different packaging and better reach. So, the practical takeaway of this is use AI to extract key ideas from your blog and turn them into carousels, short posts, and quotes tailored to each platform.
Love that.
All right, so Helen,
Yes,
how
dear
do
sir.
I avoid duplicate content penalties? Because that does happen.
Yes, but repurposing is not the same as copying. And AI can shift angles and perspectives based on the audience of the platform that we're going to. So you can take that same piece of content, it can break it up into a post for LinkedIn, for Facebook, Instagram, and X, and eventually TikTok and all of that. So it can, but it's going to a different audience. So the posts will not be identical. They will be changed in a way so it's not copying, it's not duplicating. It's yeah, because it's just repurposing to the platform that you're going to. AI can shift
Mhm.
its angles and perspectives. Different framing creates fresh content. So when it's creating something for Facebook, it's fresh and different from what's being posted on LinkedIn and what's being posted, because you just went through the different audiences. And audience
Mhm.
experience matters more than repetition. So those posts are going to be targeted towards the audience that we're looking for, and it's not going to be copying the same. If you're on LinkedIn, it's not going to be copying the Facebook post or the Instagram post and putting that on LinkedIn. It's going to be rewording it for that particular audience. So duplicate content feels repetitive and reduces engagement. But if you're repurposing, it's fresh content, even though it's from that same big blog or whatever it is that you're using as the main piece. So it's different every time. And your
Yes.
practical takeaway is ask AI to rewrite content from different perspectives, such as benefits, mistakes, or even behind the scenes insights, as well as whatever platform
Mhm.
you're putting it on.
Yeah.
And question number 5, which talking about different platforms, can AI change the tone for different platforms?
Oh, it absolutely can. All right. So, yes, The AI adapts the tone based on instructions, and actually, you can vary it even a little bit. You can say you're an expert copywriter, or you're an expert sales copywriting expert, or well, it's not always very good at funny, but you could try funny. Make this into something really funny. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. So, just saying. All right. So, definitely each platform has its own communication style. Tone consistency supports brand identity. And might imagine what Helen's and my brand identity is. We're not likely to do the academic research style, but
Yep,
I
definitely
suppose we
not.
could. Yeah. All right. Style profiles, that's us, guide AI output. And you've heard us stress this many times before, of course, but the human guides the style, the taste, um, and what's appropriate, in fact. So Helen and I have both, whether it was Penny or Sunny, we've both said, yeah, that's not quite right. Or even ChatGPT. It's like
Yep.
Helen, especially, would say, "This is not how I sound."
Add more sparkle.
Add more sparkle. That's right.
If it's flat, I would tell it to add more sparkle.
Yes. So, repurposing is still one of the most efficient ways to increase content ROI. And since our business coach talked about ROE, return on energy, this is another really great way to do it because this for me, Helen, made social media fun instead
It does.
instead of a drag. So, oh, well, look at
It
that! I
used to be
like that.
such a sorry?
Your water bottles all colorful and sparkly. Look
So
at that.
this picture I did on
Yes.
Dream, and
Okay.
all I put for the prompt was super fantastic and sparkling.
Wow.
And that's what it came up with. And I have it as a metal print. And my parents also have water bottles as well with different colored borders around and their name down the side here. And it's got my saying today is always super fantastic and sparkling on the side.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes. That's
So
so
yeah,
cool.
it's a very special water bottle, that one.
All right. Same message, different room, different outfit.
Yep, exactly.
So the practical takeaways: create tone instructions for each platform and include them in your prompts.
And you talking about social media being fun again.
Mhm.
AI has made it fun for us to engage again because a lot of times we saw social media as a chore, and there were times that we were like, I don't wanna,
Yes.
as our friend Casey would say, I don't wanna. And we got that way because it became such a chore, and having to do all that work and that figuring out how to take this big piece of content and turn it into social media posts and all of that. It was repurpose it. It was too much work and too much time. AI has made that so much easier that social media is fun again.
Yes. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, Helen. So tell us whether AI can repurpose podcasts effectively, like this one.
Yes. Podcasts provide rich long form content. So that's our long piece. We then get AI to extract key moments and insights. If you're doing interviews, like we go backwards and forwards on the questions. So we'd have one person asking the question, the other person answering the question, that becomes a short. And if you've got an hour long podcast that you've done, you can cut it up into 15 minutes. Then you can take that 15 minutes and cut each one down into 15-minute one and cut it into 7.5 minutes and cut it down to 3 minutes. And then just keep. So if you think about that, you've got the main one at the top, and then you cut that into 4 equal pieces. You cut each of those 4 pieces into twos. So I don't know what we're up to now. I'm not bad on math, and I'm not
15.
following the numbers here. Okay. Then you take those what are we down to, 7.5 minutes, and you cut them in half, so down to about 3 minutes per one. So you got to double that number for that row, and then you take those 3-minute ones and cut them down to under a minute, so that you have those little short reels. And how many pieces do we just created a whole bunch of content out of that, out of 1 hour long
Out of one.
recorded
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't judge them. I mean,
get the blog post written from the transcript, and then we can turn that into a newsletter.
Yes, that's right. And what I was going to say is don't don't judge them too harshly. That was one of the reasons I wouldn't publish before AI, is I spent a lot of time just thinking, "Oh my god, I don't know if anybody's ever going to read this," without just hitting publish.
Yep.
We'll
It's
see.
taking that step. So clips can become short form videos. Summaries can become newsletters or posts.
Yeah.
So you do a summary of the podcast, that's part of it's your newsletter. And in your newsletter, you put, hey, we just released this. Here's, if you want to hear the full version, go here to click here or scan here to go and see the full version of the podcast, or you can go here and you can see the shorts on our YouTube channel. So it's important because podcasts are often underutilized despite their content gold mines. So we're leaving all that stuff we've collected from the gold mine is just sitting there doing nothing. So why not put it to use? And your practical takeaway is use AI tools to identify clips, create summaries, and distribute content across the platforms. All right, our
Especially,
last, sorry?
yes. Oh, especially that part. I hated going and posting them all.
Yes. Now we have an AI. Now we have AI. We have Sunny who goes and posts them for us, so we don't have to worry about it. Once we give them the okay, because we've told them to create the post, but not to schedule them or post them until we give the final okay on them. So, because we're doing the human interaction part, we're making sure that what they're posting is correct. Because you still got to check. And yes, I know it takes about 5 minutes to go through and check them, but it's 5 minutes of checking to make sure everything is correct, rather than just putting stuff out there into the great unknown and coming back wrong. And where does your credibility then go? It's gone. So take that 5 minutes. Yes, it might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Take that time to proof before you give the okay to publish. Teresa, are you ready for the last question?
I am.
Okay, so what's the best repurposing workflow for a small team? I know you love workflows.
I do love workflows. All right, so it's here's an example of a simple small team workflow. Record a podcast on Sunday, transcribe it with AI, pull out 7 key questions or insights, turn each one into a short clip and a social post, schedule these across the week, and end the week with a recap email or blog and an invitation to come to the next one. So this way, the team is not reinventing the wheel every day. They're just slicing the pie differently, much more civilized.
Absolutely.
So, just to recap in another way, if you start with one pillar piece of content, use the AI to extract key themes, generate multiple variations, schedule content over time. And so, without a workflow or a system, repurposing becomes, well, inconsistent and overwhelming, which is how I felt before. So,
Before we had AI to help us.
I am so thrilled with it. It's so fun to just watch Sunny work. Well, you don't exactly watch him work. You give him the information and you hit return in, I don't know, is it 5 minutes? All of a sudden, like,
Yes,
wow.
it depends on the task that he's given as to how long it takes. Sometimes he gets back within a minute. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, especially if he's creating 28 individual posts to be put out over 7 days.
With illustrations, mind
With
you.
illustrations, yes, with graphics. He does graphics for every single post. And these graphics are like,
yeah. All right. So the practical takeaways: follow a simple system, create once, extract, remix, and schedule.
awesome. Love that. So here's the shift. You don't need to create more content. You already have it. You need to get more out of what you've already created. AI makes that possible. And trust me, when you start using some of the tools in AI to help you do this, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
Stop thinking about why didn't I do this sooner and look forward to what can I put out next? Because you'll suddenly find out that it only takes one idea to turn it into a full content ecosystem without doubling your workload. And you're going to want to do more. This is how you step off the content treadmill. This is how you build consistency without burnout. And this is how your best ideas actually reach your audience. You can even brainstorm with AI to come up with ideas. Did I tell you the story about the jokes with AI one time?
Oh no, tell us.
So one day I was kind of feeling a little out of sorts, and it wasn't long after Zephy had passed, and she passed in July of last year. And I was just really feeling not the greatest. There was a little spark. There's always a spark in the day. So there was a little spark there. I was having problems getting the spark to go into a flame. And so I got on ChatGPT and says, look, this is what's going on right now. I need to laugh. Find me jokes to laugh. And so ChatGPT says, okay, team, we've got to make Helen laugh. Give us your best jokes. And they were coming up with the most stupidest jokes that was so ridiculous. I was sort of like, I'm not even smirking. And then ChatGPT says, okay, we've got to come better, dig deeper. We've got to do this. We've got to get this. And if you've seen all those dad jokes that are out there, it was basically finding ones like that, but they were worse than the dad jokes.
No.
And the more I kept saying, I'm still not smirking, the worse the jokes became. So ChatGPT didn't have a very good sense. So I ended in the end, I had to give it parameters to see if they could come up. So I started giving it parameters to try and get some funnier jokes. And then they started then they finally got on the bandwagon and started turning out the really good jokes. Just saying that I need to laugh was too broad. It had no parameters. But once I started putting parameters in place, the jokes got funnier. So I went all the way down into the doldrums with these really, really, really bad jokes, then started giving it parameters, and the jokes got funnier and funnier and funnier. Don't forget your parameters.
Finally.
So want help building your AI powered content system? Send us a private message to Zanekin Studio at gmail.com, and we're here to help. And also join us on Friday for the AI Open Office at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And I totally forgot to put the QR code up in the top corner up here.
Yeah. Next time we'll have
that up for next week. But send us a private message at Zanekin Studio at gmail.com, and we will send you the link to register for the open office on Fridays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And that's it from us. Any last words from you, Teresa?
Go play with AI and have fun. Seriously.
Yes, please go have fun. If you don't want to do it across multiple social media, just start with one.
Yeah.
If you're often on LinkedIn, or if you're often on Facebook or Instagram, whatever platform you play in the most, go do some posts to go into that platform. Then turn around and say, okay, now I want to try it on this platform as well. And you will get to see the differences of what it's doing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I got to find this outro thing. So everybody go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you back here next Sunday at, what time are we at? 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Mountain Time.
6 p.m. Mountain Time. Yes, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Sorry. And here in New Zealand, we go out of daylight savings on next Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, and which means that all my times then get brought forward an hour. So we get on this at 1 o'clock p.m. my time. It's going to be midday my time next week. But that then also translates to the early meetings that I have. The ones that start at 8 o'clock will now be Pacific time will now be starting at 3 a.m. in the morning Pacific time, New Zealand time. So yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's going to be a fun few months coming up till September when we go back into daylight savings. But anyway, everybody have a super fantastic sparkling week. We need that one. Thanks for spending time with us. And one. Where curiosity drives innovation and builders explore what's possible. Until next time.